I am so happy to be here with you today. It is December 15th, okay? It's Monday. It is the middle of the month, or maybe the 16th, either the 15th or the 16th. But it's the middle of the month. This is a pivotal time because typically in Black Educators Amplified, clients will book their sessions 4 weeks out. So we're literally at that busy time frame when everybody is getting ready for enrollment, hence this video. But I do have to tell you that I'm sorry and I apologize because I have not created a video for you, ma'am, sir, in at least 2 weeks. I'm sorry. Can you forgive me? I'm sorry. But I've been so busy in the marketing agency, serving clients, serving our finance and real estate clients. It's been busy season, planning new campaigns, getting them ready for the new year, getting everything situated for global entrepreneurs. And so I was like, okay, while I have some time today, let me take out my morning to devote this video to you so that you can get the expertise that you need to run your thriving consultancy in 2025 and beyond. Now, you and I both know this is a pivotal time because we're going into the new year. And if you're one of those people, or at least the new year on like a Gregorian calendar, if you look at like a Hebraic calendar or a more African calendar, they think that the new year is in the spring. But nonetheless, if you are going into this season and you're looking back at the year and you're like, man, I've been watching her videos since last year saying I want to be an education consultant, saying that I want to leave the bedside as a nurse, as an RN, as a CNA, and start my own consultancy. Even as someone that does DNA and you want to start your own business, your own consultancy, whatever your expertise is in, the pre-qualification, the prerequisite to you being a successful Black education consultant is for you to master a core message. And in order to master a core message, you have to have one specific area of expertise. We've talked about this a lot, but I'm going to repeat it because you have to be pre-qualified to even be able to get in this 8-week accelerator. We do not take clients that do not have expertise. If you're someone that doesn't believe in education, you don't believe that knowledge is important, you don't believe in serving clients at a higher level, you don't believe in data and analysis, you don't believe in having a spirit of excellence and diligence about what you do to guarantee results for your clients, then this is not the right channel, the right program for you. You may want to go somewhere else, okay? But if you're hearing this and you're like, yes, that is absolutely me, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. I'm glad to be talking to you right now, whether I'm talking to you through your TV screen, if I'm in your earbuds, if I'm on your phone in your kitchen while you're cooking and sipping some coffee, whatever it is, I'm glad to have you here. So I was just thinking earlier, I was on Threads. By the way, feel free to follow me at Tiffy G Writes on Instagram, like WRITES, like Tiffy G Writes, okay? And so I was on Threads earlier, and I was reminiscing about one of the most pivotal times in my business. It was in 2020. It was December. Oh my gosh, it was literally like 4 years from this moment. It was in December of 2020, and I was working with a web design firm. Now, this was not an ideal client, okay? And I was 4 years into business. I was excellent at what I do and what I did. They found me via my search engine optimization, AKA my website copy. Like, there's a way to use keywords strategically and strategic language to actually acquire clients for free from Google if you know how to write content and copy for your website in that way, which, by the way, we teach you in Black Educators Amplified, and I write that content for you and assist you through that process. But this client found me through there. I believe they were a web design firm based in Georgia. So we get on the call, I'm excited. I'm like, great, my search engine optimization is working. They found my services page, booked a link to actually schedule a call. We got on the call, we started working together. We're going through the website copy for a law firm. It's an incredible law firm, incredible website copy, Black owned. Both the web designer and the law firm are Black owned companies. And so we finished the project and they loved it. The project was immaculate. But the issue that they had, they're like, man, you know, with you being in Africa, I don't know if I really want to work together any longer because we really want to just find some people to work with in America. Okay. And so I had a decision to make. I could either say, I'm going to fly back to America because there are clients that probably want me to live in America, or I'm going to go with my conviction in life and business and stand 10 toes down on my belief of running my remote business in Africa. And I said, well, I've loved working with you guys. I love working together. It's been a great time, but I will be staying in Africa. And so we decided to part ways after that super successful project, okay? And so the moral of the story is that you have to stand on your business convictions, but you won't have business convictions unless you work with a strategic advisor to sit there and pull the gold out of your expertise, your career history, and your offers, okay? Because mind you, about 1.5 years after that, I get on a call. Now this time it's a corporate business. This is a white-owned business, okay? This business finds me. And I was speaking to the retention marketing team. These are 2 different ranks of 2 different entrepreneurs I have been working with. This one is corporate. I've never worked with a corporate business in my consultancy in that capacity until that 2022 era. We get on the phone and I tell her straight up, I say, yeah, I live in Tanzania. I'm a digital nomad. And you know what she says? She's like, that's amazing. That's so cool. We would love to work with you because we see the results you bring in. Mind you, this is a business that rakes in $853 million in sales to date. I'm gonna say that again, 853 million in sales. And this person that was leaving the job and handing it over to me, they wanted to work with a marketing consultant. I don't think that she was getting laid off. I think that she was just changing careers. But she handed it over and said, you know what, we would love to work with you. And guess what retainer that was? That was a $7,000 per month retainer. $7,000. Why? Because I stayed with my convictions in life and business, and I had integrity, and I was upfront with it, right? So I tell people off the bat, I live in XYZ country. I'm a digital nomad. This is what I believe in doing. I believe in helping entrepreneurs go global. I believe in assisting African immigrants who are building their businesses in America. I believe in assisting African American clients who want to have that time, freedom, and flexibility and ownership of their entire lifestyle so that they can decide to travel between America and Dubai or America and Costa Rica. Or they can decide, you know what, I'm gonna just live in Cape Verde and live the island life. I want to work with people who have that mindset and want that type of freedom, and I'm unapologetic about it. And so if you're listening to this and you're like, wow, that's so powerful, how can I get this business conviction? I invite you to join us in Black Educators Amplified. There are 4 slots available. We begin January 19th, but the first phase of Black Educators Amplified, the 8-week accelerator, is that during weeks 1 and 2, we go over your 20-question framework. If you're watching this and you're an alumni, please leave a comment down below on how pivotal that first 2 weeks is. I always tell people the first 2 weeks is the foundation of the house, meaning the ability for you to take the first 2 weeks more serious than the launch is going to expand you further. Meaning, when I ask you these 20 questions, when I go through and I'm really critiquing, because some of them you're like, why are you asking me these questions? But to build a lasting legacy and a lasting enterprise that people actually trust, you need to answer some of these questions. Like, what frustrates you about your industry? What are some of the gaps that you're seeing? What do you want out of your life and business? These are things that have to be answered. There's a whole 20-question framework. On the corporate marketing side, we call this identifying your ideal client persona. We do this in tech sales. We do this in corporate retention marketing. But you as a small business owner, if you can extract that high-level marketing and use it in your small business now, you're going to be able to get funding. You're going to be able to get more clients. You're going to be able to have a global consulting business like us that operates in multiple countries. Okay? We operate in 2 countries right now, but have operated in 3 countries across the world. Okay? And mind you, this isn't the type of business where we rack up 100K in debt just for fun, 50K in debt just for fun. This isn't like a debt business. This is a cash flow business, meaning the money we make is pure cash flow from our clients. In fact, our clients, I was looking at some of the sales data, our clients don't even pay on credit card. Our clients pay through cash. So this is like the side of the internet where we're not like debt with no context. This is the side of the internet where it's like generate cash flow, get out of debt, live your best life abroad, period. If you want to structure a business in Dubai online, do it, period. But your ability to do that is predicated on your website messaging, on your ideal client persona, and on the market research that you do. I'm not talking about random surveys to people that don't have context, because if me, as someone who works with finance and real estate and a few healthcare companies, goes out, meaning I work with banks, credit unions, tax relief, law firms, professional services. If I go out, even if I'm in Ohio, let's say I'm in Ohio, I go out and go door to door and I say, hey, can you take a survey and tell me, would you be interested in my finance marketing strategy? They're going to look at me and be like, no, because they're not in finance. And so my survey has to have the context to be in the group with the people that are actually interested in what I'm doing, but I won't know who those people are and I won't have enough details about them and analytical data about them unless I go through a process like the 20 question framework. That's weeks 1 and 2. Pre-qualified, prerequisite to the program that we're going into. Have a niche, have your expertise. Let's go through these 20 questions. Now, weeks 3 and 4, we're ready for what is actually my favorite part, because I love writing copy. I love website copy. I love writing. Y'all know that. I'm an author. I'm a writer. I write everything. I write prayer. I write like anything that can be written, I write it, okay? And so the website copy, I give the students, clients a template based on their industry. Meaning, if you are a healthcare person, you come in, I'm gonna give you a template that applies to that. If you are e-commerce and you come in, I give you a template that applies to that. If you're a relocation consultant, you come in. If you're a lawyer, a real estate person, and you come in, I'm gonna give you a template that applies to that. How? Because I've written over 2,000 to 3,000 pieces of copy for realtors, banks, e-commerce, and wellness brands over the past 8 going on 9 years in April of 2025. Okay, and so I teach you with the template. Now, copywriting and business writing, the art of writing, isn't something that you can teach in theory. So this is why I need to see your writing. I need you to turn me in a piece of your website copy so that I can critique it live with you during week 5. If I lay out and say, hey, write this 5-page website copy, have your home, your about us, your blog section, your contacts page, and your services page, write these as best as you can using the template I've provided. Then you come back during week 5 and I say, hey, let's fix this, because it's in a Google document where you're gonna receive these critiques. And I say, hey, let's fix this. I love this language. This is perfect, but let's make this in passive. Let's make this an active voice. You're using too much passive voice here. Or maybe I may say, if you're into something complex like real estate, tax planning, estate planning, I may say, hey, the language here is too complex. Most people read at an 8th grade level. Let's simplify this a bit. Let's simplify this so the audience can grasp it. Because if you're talking on a level where they can't grasp it, people that can't understand your content and your messaging won't buy, right? And so that's where that nuance and that context is. You receive that back during week 5. You're like, go look at the enrollment sheet. That's where all the testimonials are. Go check out the link in the description and look at the enrollment sheet. Last session, cohort 4, we had a falls prevention specialist come in. I critiqued her copy, rewrote pieces of it for her, and she was like, this is mind-blowing. This is like, how are you able to use words in this way and to 110% articulate what I was trying to say? And it's like, I study words. I'm an introvert that's a storyteller that studies words for a living every day. Not a day goes by where I'm not studying language and writing lots of content and copy, okay? And so getting my hands and my brain to look at your website is like when the corporate companies hire me and put me on a $7,000 retainer and say, you need to come write this email copy. We have a product team, and if you don't know what product is, it's like this marketing department in corporate America that focuses on articulating the value of the specific product, okay? Product marketing. So usually I'll come into like a product marketing team and I'll analyze what everybody's writing. I'll ask them, hey, what are the best performing calls to actions? What are the best performing subject lines? Why are we not using those? Why are we not going where the data is going? And then they'll be like, oh, thank you. This is why we put you on retainer. This is how we are going to get our next 10 million in sales, 5 million in sales, whatever million it is, depending on how far their business is and what they offer. But It's like the ability to see, how can I put this? It's like seeing into the future. Working with an expert copywriter and expert messaging strategist is like shifting your business to the future and making it as fail-proof as possible. Because we all know, and I shared this statistic last year, and I look back on last year when we moved to this new country on our digital nomad residence. And I was talking about how 8 out of 10 Black businesses have failed since 2020, which is so sad. But I'm happy that I have the grace and the ability to be in the 20% that did not fail in 2020, okay? And the reason for that is because I don't pay attention to vanity. I don't pay attention to stuff that doesn't matter. I will not pay thousands of dollars for a photo shoot, but then can't sign clients. That's not logical to me. I'm a very logical person. It has to be 1 + 1 = 2. 1 + 1 cannot equal 100. 1 + 1 needs to equal 2 with me, okay? And so this is what I teach clients in Black Educators Amplified. This is what I teach corporate institutions. This is why I teach in workshops. It has to make sense, meaning before you go out and drop 10K on a web design package, on a photography session, on all of these vanity metrics, make sure that you put in the intention and the strategy and the proper market research to be able to bring a product to market. Because if you don't have a go-to-market strategy, your 10K, you just flushed it down the toilet. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, the brand photo's cute. They cute. They're fun. That's great. But at the end of the day, I work with entrepreneurs that care about results and revenue. That's why I have such long-standing relationships with my medium-sized clients and my corporate clients. Because I'm here for results. I'm not here to boost myself up. I'm not here to necessarily boost you up. I'm here to help you get the best result humanly possible for your business. And that's that. Whether you're in corporate or you're a small entrepreneur that's just starting out, I want you to win. And winning, the definition of that for my clients and I is that you're serving clients, you replace your 9-to-5 income, you exceed your 9-to-5 income, and then you structure your business in Costa Rica. Then you have your Airbnb in Dubai. Then you traveling as a digital nomad, whatever that end goal is, or you just have back that time flexibility and that ownership over your time, okay? Now we got up to week 5. Let's talk week 6, 7, and 8. Week 6, my husband comes in. Expert video editor. A huge part of why this channel has over 2 million views collectively since 2019 is the video editing. Like, I'm not a video editor, but he does come in and he teaches video editing, okay? He did video editing back when we still lived in Ohio. He would go to gyms and do video editing, okay? And so that's like his wheelhouse. That's what he does. He's the video editor, introvert video editor, right? Because it does matter if you can acquire attention from video, and how you speak on video, how you edit video, all those things matter. That's week 6. Week 7 and 8 is another one of my favorites. You know, I just love the whole program because, you know, I made it, obviously, but we made it from what we do for our agency clients. So it's guaranteed, it's tried and true. There's no way you can fail if you do exactly every single thing we prescribe for you to do, which includes your 3 to 6 month content calendar, where I go in and write your first 3 months of content to give you the juices, the flow, everything you need to go on and write your next 6 months of content, okay? Your 3 to 6 month content marketing calendar, written by a corporate marketing strategist who has 8 years of experience across 227 different businesses and has worked with large and small companies alike, local and international, okay? Meaning local to Ohio and then global in Canada, the Bahamas, Israel, Africa, Gambia, Ghana, South Africa, Tanzania, Kenya, like all the things, and then employed people from those countries, meaning I employ people from mostly Kenya and South Africa because they have a level of expertise that I need for like social media marketers. Because when you see me on at Tiffy G Writes, I'm not necessarily doing that. I have someone that I hired to do that, and I used my prescribed database that I created when we used to scale the social media profiles of entrepreneurs. We don't do social media marketing as much anymore unless it's in a strategy capacity, meaning I will write your content calendar, I'll write the strategy, but it's up to you to go find someone to execute it, or you can execute it yourself. So that is Black Educators Amplified in a nutshell. We cannot wait to see you in the program. There are 4 slots available. You can check it out at the link in the description to see if it's the right fit for you. You have 2 options. You can go to the enrollment guide and book it right away, submit your payment. I'll send you the welcome packet, and I'll see you January 19th at 2 p.m. Eastern. Every 2 weeks we meet for that 8-week accelerator, or you can schedule your complimentary advisory session. So I can ask you a few questions to gauge if this is actually going to be right for you. If not, I'll recommend you to do something else or to elevate your area of expertise if you're not yet quite an expert, okay? So we cannot wait to see you. The last thing I'll leave you with is that I have to warn you, this is an 8-week accelerator, meaning accelerator, the root word there is acceleration, like we're going fast. I've designed it in this way as someone that has worked on curriculum for Teach for America and different education technology companies. I've actually written, edited, and worked on curriculum for large brands. And so I designed it to be 8 weeks on purpose so that you will quickly go through. We don't have time to double guess. We don't have time to doubt. I want you to actually be successful at the end of this. I want you to have a new level of confidence in your business. I want you to be able to pitch yourself if you want. I want you to be able to go out and acquire clients on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and YouTube, okay? I want you to actually have a business that generates revenue at the end of the 8 weeks, okay? That's the goal. And so the only way for you to be successful is for you to not doubt yourself every 3 seconds. And so in order for you to not doubt yourself, I'm like, hey, we're going to do this in 8 weeks because success loves speed. It's just reality. Success loves speed, meaning, and I'm gonna tell one more story. Y'all know I could tell stories for days, but I just thought about this. My business coach that I will go back and always invest with her. I've invested in her since 2020 and I always go back. But one of the offers that I did in 2020, she decommissioned it in 2021. Decommissioned it in 2021. And so I look back like I'm so glad I'm someone that takes action, because I would have missed it. I would have missed the whole thing. And that program that was also 8 weeks changed my entire business and life. It changed the way I view money. It changed the way I view myself as a consultant. It changed the way I view myself as a Black woman entrepreneur. It changed everything. And so if you're someone that's been watching for over a year, understand that you have to take quick, precise executive actions to get to where you want to be, because nothing in life lasts forever. There's always going to be this level of a death cycle. Death comes to everything. Now, humans, it may not happen for a long time, but if it's like a business offer, that thing will not always be available. That's just the rule of life. Death happens to all things. Everything has a season. Summer has a season. Winter has a season. In America, y'all going through winter, but in the spring, winter is going to be finished. That's death to winter, life to spring. And so I encourage you to act in the season you're in so you do not miss out on another opportunity. Because in 2025, I would hate for you to miss out on another opportunity that is available to change your entire life. Now, I'll talk to you in the next video. Shalom, shalom. Check out the links in the description.